Welcome to the Venora Engadinwind, brought to you by Dakine. We're here in the beautiful Switzerland. We're here living the dream in what is probably the best place I've ever been to in terms of scenery. I'm joined with Balls Muller here because we have got the EFPT European Tow-In Championships. This could be round one because round two could be coming up in Browsdam, but we're not sure. This could be the title.
The only event of the year, yeah.
Could be the only event. It's the first event of the year, which obviously everyone knows what's been going on around the world. But obviously you're wondering why Balls is sitting next to me. Maybe you can tell us. Got a bit of
To be honest, I was warming up Tow-In 8 days ago in Greece, in warm Greece, and we went a bit too wild. I mean, before I went into it, I was like, take it slow. The only event of the year was just ahead, just in front of the door, and I was in my second run. I fully twisted my left ankle.
The video
looks horrible. It was a nasty crash, and to be honest, I just didn't let go of the boom. I wanted to stick it for no reason. That's why the whole ankle just sort of like Lego. It went out, it twisted, it went back in again, and everything is fine now. Only a few outside ligaments ripped.
Okay, well, there we go. That's why he's sitting here, but it's good news for me because he knows what he's on about. He was actually third in this competition last year, and he's been killing it in the foiling, but more on that in the future. We're going to cut to the tow-in now. We're going to have a look at the drone. This is the view of we've gone on the right-hand side of your picture, and then we've got the winch, which is pretty much in front of us. Going to drag the guys. How quick are they going on the?
Fast. He can go very fast, but it depends the angle of the rider. If he doesn't go straight towards the winch, he needs to slow down because it could be horrible if this rope would get out of the winch. So we need to face actually towards the beach and then get into the ramp of the boat and try to make as many spins as possible.
Okay, because that is the difference here. It's not flat water towing. We've got a boat coming the opposite direction, which is going to create the wake, and hopefully the timing of the rider and the wake hit, and then we have the move. Yes, that's exactly what we're hoping for.
Sending it, full send.
Full send, that is what we're looking for.
And we can see the spectators on the beach.
Bit of crowd on the beach, a couple of the racers. That's looks like the British team, that.
The British team.
Loading up, there we go.
It's a weird world with those masks, but I think we have to get used to it.
There's the hooter.
The winch is on.
The winch is on, and we are on. Are we live?
We should be live.
I'm hoping we're live. I don't see. It says live stream offline. If anyone can hear me. Have we got the guys in the office? Are we?
Good.
Okay, we're on.
Which is on. Boat on his way.
Okay, who have you got first up?
First up,
looks like
Sarakita.
Sarakita off ringer many times. What's she got?
Oh, the wave looks beautiful. What? That was a sick burner.
That was nice. Kick things off. Still got dry hair.
Yeah, I think her hair always looks dry. I mean, when you look at her, hair, it's unbelievable. Such a sick scenery. To be honest, I don't want to fall in this cold water now, huh?
No, it's not warm, is it, the water? No. I mean, it's warm outside the water.
But at least now she's probably awake, you know, for the second round.
Really warming up. Let me, I'm just having a little play with the live stream because I might have put the wrong link on my Facebook. So we'll have to just do a little bit of that. But first round, we're waiting for the scores to come in. What do you think? What would you give that, Balls? You know the
as it's not fair having her as a girl competing with the boys, and she's not really an expert in tow-in, but it was a really impressive stunt. I would say, I would fairly give her points for it, even though she crashed the landing. But she for sure did the whole 360 rotation in the air and then overturned the landing.
Okay, there
we will see the score.
2.46.
Exactly. As they want to see a proper landing. They want to see the clean landing. They want to see us riding away of the move. Otherwise, you know, it's only going to be a crash show. You know, we want to see the sticking landed moves.
Okay, well.
So next up gonna be Tati France.
And in the warm-up, he has actually put on the best move, I think.
I would say.
Well, Leonard was.
Leonard is for sure. He's very hot. But in the first fleet, Tati was showing a very good show. And maybe it's because he's only in his shorty and he doesn't want to get in the water. we will see. It takes a bit of time to get everything set. We need to get the rope back to the start, and then the board needs to get set in position. But it seems like everything is set now, and Tati is about to start in a second.
Okay, I don't know if we can get the guys to turn on the live chat. Would be good to get a bit of chat from the audience. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
I can hear the winch lining up. What are you calling here? What move are we going to see, Balls?
I bet that it will be a burner rotation, but maybe burner 100 360. He's coming full speed. Oh! Imagine he would have had the hook of the harness. That would have been a hole in the sail.
A bit of a nosedive there, just catching it down.
His board is super bright, but it looks nice. I like the simple design of it.
There we go, here's the replay.
Full speed. Ooh!
Just caught that.
He bumped the
edge.
rail, huh?
Yeah, just caught the edge as he took down.
Aye, aye, aye. You see all those boats it needs to get like everything set there. Then there's the boat who takes the winch back to the start, and then one boat needs to get the rider back to the beginning. It's quite a lot of effort.
Well, at the moment, Sarakita leading. We've got
Good
basically
stuff.
2 fleets, so let's just go through the riders. We've got Sarakita off ringer.
Anton Albert is coming up after Tati.
Antoine Albert, yeah.
Then we got Stefan de Bell, the young hotshot from Curaçao. I saw him doing very sick towing moves in Broverstam past year. And then we got the local legend Jeremy Bliss, who's always arriving one day delayed.
Yeah.
I mean, he will be here tomorrow, hopefully.
He's a bit of a rock star. He likes the late entry, doesn't he?
He lives the rock star life, I mean. And then, of course, the hotshot and the winner from last year, Yentl.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to what we will see from him. I hope he's going for the double air cool. I'm pretty sure he can stick it. I mean, he got it now, like he's throwing it out of his pockets, like.
Well, it doesn't look like we're going to have any other freestyle event. You know, maybe, we don't know, but it doesn't look that way. So he's going to be coming out full steam. He's pumped. So that will be Fleet 1. Then we've got Fleet 2. We're going to talk about Fleet 2 in a bit, but just to give you a quick run through the names, Nicholas Nibelung. Anyone who's been looking at Facebook recently would have seen this kid going off.
He was telling me quadruple culo is possible for sure.
Really interesting.
I mean, he's getting the doubles in, and now with the quadruple. I mean, we don't know, the triple and the quadruple culo, maybe in towing.
Okay.
Who knows?
Well, let's just concentrate for now. Before we go on to Fleet 2, let's concentrate on Fleet 1 because I can hear the winch firing up, ready to see Antoine Albert from New Caledonia head down. Oh no, he's had a little bit of a stall. I think he didn't quite get on.
So the boat needs to make the turn again.
Can we turn the comments on? Is that possible? No, we can't.
We can't.
We can't.
Anyway, the boat is running. Anton Albert is on his board, and we see epic drone shot from above. Curious what we will see. The wave is on. He got to get quite far out. Whoa! But he stumped that landing.
Didn't get the takeoff, did he? Didn't get the pop,
no.
But he just spun and made it happen.
That was a good spin. Burner 360.
We should see the replay coming straight in after. You can see he didn't quite get the takeoff he wanted.
But good speed and really good rotation. He just stick to the boom.
Yeah.
It made it happen.
A bit like a cat, that bloke, isn't he?
I'm now curious how many points they will give him, because he was quite long up on the board.
But in control?
It was in control.
I mean, just to give you an idea what the judges are looking for, I spoke to him earlier, 50% of the points are from the technical difficulty of the move and where it features in the list of moves, and then 50% of the points comes from landing style, which is given by the judges. So to get a 10, you need to do the most technically difficult move, and you need to stomp it with style.
And best with the board grab, you know.
Yeah, okay. So it ain't easy to get a 10, but it is possible. That's what I'm hearing.
It is possible, yeah. It's such a nice. I mean, when you look those drone shots, the water is so clear. You can see the camera guy swimming in the water.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I mean, it is a beautiful spot.
I'm drinking daily water out of this lake.
And you can drink straight out of the lake.
Yeah, for sure.
I
mean, I saw slalom guys, like the racing guys, sanding her fins here at the beach. So I don't know if there's now carp on inside. But
oh, there we go. 6.69 for Antoine Albert.
Fair bit of points, but you can still improve that that score.
But that's the leader so far. We're going to have 2 jumps from each rider with the best jump going through, and then tomorrow we're going to have 2 runs again, and it's going to be the best move from all those 4 runs in the whole competition that takes the lead, I guess. Yeah,
exactly. So now there will be the hot young shot, Steph de Bal. I'm curious to see what he's showing us.
So he's from Curacao, one of the ABC islands.
Exactly, but he's living in Holland. So we will see. He's a fast spinner. I mean,
we saw him get a pretty funky bail earlier, didn't we?
He was doing a front flip around the boom. He went over the handlebars. I mean, I would score this a perfect 10, but it's a whole other story with the chats. All right, let's see what we will see now.
Bring on cash for crashes. Here we go. Stefan de Bal, young kid from Curacao. And he goes big, this fella, and spins like nobody's business. Here we go.
Whoa! Whoa! That looked horrible. But you were right. He spins like nobody else. It looked like he lost his front strap on the takeoff.
Yeah, we're going to see that replay. We can see what happened.
That must be the worst feeling, you know, when you lose the strap in such a rotation. You see, he's not all the way in.
It was like his toes were in somehow.
He might need to get his straps a bit bigger.
Says him with a bad ankle.
I was all the way in. 3.6 points. I mean, we're still waiting for the big points to come in.
Well,
Jeremy, sadly, I think he's not yet at the start. He will come tomorrow. So we go straight into Yentl.
But don't feel sorry for Jeremy, because he turned up late last year. And
he does it every year.
He was on it. I think he finished 4th last year. It was really close with you, I think, for 3rd and 4th. But he basically missed the first day and then turned up and smashed the second day. He looked on form.
Gonna do the same. He's gonna do the same, exactly the same this year.
Where is he? Drumming away?
He's drumming away there. He was in Greece, in Mykonos, for quite a few weeks now.
Okay.
And I mean, I've been in Greece the past month as well, and we were like 5 weeks non-stop on the water, sailing non-stop. And then there were like 3 days of light wind. And some of you saw the clip. Leonard and I, we were doing some towing.
Yeah.
And they create a ramp, and you know, I hurt my ankle the day before we went over the ramp, and it was you know, good luck for me, because this ramp is brutal. I mean, what Leonard is doing over this ramp, I'm excited to see what he will show us here.
I'm thinking of making a ramp after seeing those videos.
We got to make more ramps, and we were also talking about spines, so you could actually jump it from both sides.
Oh God, okay.
And slide it over, and we will see. So now the current world champion, who's actually going to be the first world champion leading 2 years in a row.
Yeah, because he gets given it this year because he won last year. Yeah, perfect.
All right, winch is on. He's on his board.
What you calling? Yentl Cares first run? Gonna go big?
Double air for
go
sure.
Safe?
Go safe, double air. I mean, safe is not existing.
Yeah.
The ball needs to go. The ball needs to go. There's no wave. But he catched the fin, but there was absolutely no wave on that run. So we can blame this on the boat rider, I would say. But no matter, he got it all together. I think he's going for a second safe run, and then.
There really was no wave.
There was no wave.
What happened?
I don't know.
Need some fatter people in the boat.
we need a chunky guy in the back of the boat, or at least a freestyler who knows a bit more about the timing. It's a bit sad. But you know, it's mainly for the show here, so 1.94 points, currently 4th place. Not the score he's looking for.
No, and not many runs, but he doesn't go safe. We know that.
No.
If he gets a bit of a ramp, he's going to go massive. So that's pretty much it. That's the first runs. So we're going to go into second runs. Next up, I guess, is Sarah Kita, straight in for a second run.
Hey, so far Sarah did actually nice.
Yeah,
she sort of had like the nicest rotation almost.
Overall results, Sarah Kita sitting in third place.
Yeah.
So we've got Antoine Albert leading with the 6.69. Stefan de Bell in second place with a 3.13. Sarah Kita in third place, 2.56. Jentel Kers 2.44 in fourth. Tati Franz 1.69, and Jeremy Plus obviously is a no-show. So, but we're going to see something bigger. I'm sure of it. We're going to see something bigger and better from most of the riders.
The second fleet is also quite hot, to be honest. This year, I never saw such a strong fleet here up at the Engadin. You can see, like, everyone is hungry to compete. You know, there's no competition this year. Most of the guys are frustrated. Personally, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I could go more into my winging, but we will see. I hope this situation won't last forever. I mean, I'm hot to go back on competition mode.
I think sometimes it can motivate everyone though to be more pumped up. Here we go.
The rope is up in the air.
She's up.
Sarah gets in her straps.
Only woman in this freestyle competition, and she is holding her own.
There is a better wave coming now.
Yeah, this looks better.
Hopefully she gets it. Whoa!
Ooh,
that was sort of a near funnel-ish. Her hair is still dry.
Got to keep your hair dry, mate. I don't have that problem anymore.
No.
What we're going to see, what scores are we going to see? Bigger or lower than the first one?
For sure bigger than the first one. I mean, but she also didn't cut the wave that well. I mean, we really need to get, maybe this photographer needs to get out of the way and the boat needs to get much closer to the... I will try to get this figured out.
Okay, we're going to send balls in to get the old Swiss boys on the case here to try and make this wake bigger. So hopefully we can get this sorted, but so far pretty solid. Sarah Kita waiting for that score to drop in. 2.56 in the first round, waiting to the second score to drop, currently sitting in third position. There we go. 4.0 moves up into second place. Still obviously a fair few riders to go, but with 4 points, she is sitting pretty solid in second.
That's
and
good.
From what we've seen so far, it's not easy out there. Bit of Mexican wave going on. What have you said?
I'm hoping so bad that the wave gets better, because you know the guys, they can't angle that much with the winch. They need to get straight towards the beach, otherwise he can't go full speed.
Okay.
Because the rope will get out of the wheel.
Okay, so they have to come straight at the
winch. Yeah, otherwise he's slowing down. And let's hope now the wave gets the way we want them. We want to see them full send. We want to see big airs. Let's see. Tomorrow is another day. I think Sarah, she did well. If you can still walk after a towing session, you know it's a good towing session.
Yes, exactly.
It's brutal. It's so dangerous towing, but still, at the meantime, it's so much fun. You could just go faster than in normal windsurfing. As we will see now, the winch is getting ready again. Let's hope the boat and everything comes together.
So,
Tati is up on his board.
I think we're going to see something big from Tati France.
I hope so.
I mean, he's obviously doing the racing as well. We've got the Formula foil and the IQ foil going on at this competition as well. But this is Tati France on his second run here at the EFPT European Championships on the tow-in.
That looks better.
Ooh, wanted more.
Seems like he needs a snorkel. No, but he bocked the rail again. You could see how he. But you know that's the problem in tow when you don't actually have wind in your sail. So the whole rotation comes from the first effort and the first spin. And he wanted to stop it, but it's almost impossible to stop. It just keeps spinning and his body went further. So, good job.
Well, Sarah Kita will be beating him, I reckon.
I reckon, yeah. That would be cool. I would love to see Sarah going into the final. I mean, we had this fun competition in Naxos, Laguna Beach Park. There's just yesterday popped up the movie from the competition, and it was the first competition where actually girls and boys were competing together, and Sarah got second. And it was a close. I mean, the final was Leonard and Sarah. They were both on the highest freestyle level so far, and you could see the Greek guys, they were so nervous selling against Oda and Sarah.
I'm sure.
And it was so nice to just see the vibe and everything. And I set the girls, as I hurt my ankle, so I was sort of the head judge, going into Duncan's position. And I set the two girls into the second round of the mans, and the mans, they agreed with it. And then they had no chance. Oda was completely ripping, and Sarah, for sure, she was doing such a great show. She was doing she was doing the latest man's power moves, you know.
Yeah, I seen Kabi and stuff like that.
Kabi, Scopus, no problem. I saw her sticking many double cooldos.
Yeah.
So the next move, we had one shifty session together, and she was full send going for it. Up, and her tail didn't even release the water yet, and she already squeezed the mast around and like from 1 meter straight on the boom.
I've done that, mate.
it's full send, 100% commitment of the girls, and that's nice. And I like to see the girls freestyling growing and growing. I mean, young guns like Lena Ertzen, she's sticking the latest moves, and there's not even much difference between boys and girls anymore, which is nice.
So should we have different disciplines? Should it be medicine?
I don't know. No, it's still fair for the girls. You know, it's like with the juniors categories. You know, it gets hard if you need to compete against an old star. Like, I mean, already just the stress. If you know you need to sail against Goita, you're nervous. You know.
Yeah.
So next up.
Okay, next up we've got Antoine Albert from New Caledonia. He's been over in the Canary Islands. He's been. I mean, this guy just trains full non-stop all year.
He's sailing all day on the board. I mean. Not that much yet into foiling, but he's apparently willing to come foiling, freestyling with us here.
Really?
You got the board with him.
Okay, well here we go on the Goya setup. Antoine Albert, one of the keenest windsurfers around. He loves it, I have to say. Never get off the water, and here we go. He's getting lined up. The boat's coming through. Got a bit of a wave.
That's a good wave. The speed seems to be all right. Boom!
Ooh.
His trademarks.
What do you want? Scopo or something?
He wanted. Yeah. It's not an easy move without the wind.
That's the thing, isn't it, with towing? If no one ever watched towing before, there are moves that are easier and there are moves that are harder, which in real windsurfing, it's the opposite way around.
You know, exactly. You know, so, you got the wind.
A move that's easier in towing can be harder, actually, normal windsurfing, and then a move like a Kono for him in a normal windsurfing
would be no
easier.
thing. Yeah.
It's like do it with his eyes shut sort of thing, but behind the boat it's a lot harder. Which I know he's done that move before. I've seen him Browers Dam. He's pulled off a Scopu and I think it put him right up there.
Exactly, because it's such a hard and technical move. You don't see many guys doing it. I saw Leonard training it. Leonard actually trains a lot towing.
Okay.
Because he's living for the show. You know, he's such a competitive guy.
Yeah, we've not seen him yet. He's coming up in Fleet 2, but he is on fire at the moment. I mean, a lot of people said last year this guy is one to watch, but he is definitely proving them right. He is one to watch, isn't he? He is on fire.
On the cam now, you can see all the racers preparing their gear. It's such a small beach, and there's so many guys. 133 guys where you stay on the water.
Yeah,
the starts look brutal.
It look hard. I mean, big fleet here. We've got like I say, the Formula Foil World Championships. We've just got down to the gold and silver fleet, so all the qualifying done. But I got to say, Nicolas Goya looks absolutely.
I only heard if someone annoys him, he bumps twice with his sail, like look, and then he's away. You know,
he's getting to the windward mark on the first leg, like 200 ahead. It's ridiculous. He looks in a league of his own at the moment. Just to give you a pump up, we've got 1 hour of live streaming racing coming up from 3 o'clock today, so make sure you tune in for that, and they're going to organise the racing to start at 3, and then we'll have an hour of live coverage. So they're giving us windows of live coverage. We don't get to film all day, but they're giving us hour windows. We've got an hour now, which is what we're doing with the EFPT European Freestyle Towing Championships.
Now Steph, the bell is up on the board.
Yeah, and Steph DeBell, young kid from Curacao. There's Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao, the ABC Islands over in the Dutch Antilles, I guess.
Yeah.
And he is there, but he's living in Holland right now. And he is a bit of a force. He's got some, he just goes for it, full power. And here we go, Stefan DeBell trying to line it up.
Whoa! Oh! That's his trademark move.
Okay.
He did it before.
He's going to get the picture. He's got the thumbnail.
No way. I saw him doing it in the warm-up before. I think this guy, his straps are too small.
They look small, don't they?
I want to see the replay of that one.
Whoa, man.
Mate! If that doesn't end up on Cook Slam, what
He's ended up on Windsurfing.TV. Send it for sure. He's just made the cut.
You think he broke his nose as well with that impact? It looks like the nose is broken.
Maybe that was already there. We're going to see the replay, hopefully.
It looked brutal.
Oh, there's no
Why
replay.
no replay?
Oh no.
Hope someone had it on cam.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's the one I wanted to see again.
Holy shit.
Or maybe if you're on the live stream, you can actually go back. I'm sure you can. You can maybe do your own. Yeah, you can do your own replay. We're going to do our own one.
All right, we're going to watch it back up on the stream. I hope we got it. I mean, this... How you even call this trick? Imagine you would stick it, you would land on the board and you would sort of... What the fuck? He just went once around the boom.
But that was like a lazy Susan, but with the sail.
You know, it seems a bit like the old school trick when they went around the handlebar. You know, they went like leg first through the boom.
Yeah, that's actually, what do they call it in wakeboarding when they let go of the boom and then grab again? The osmosis or something.
Yeah. But he didn't let go of the boom, you know.
Exactly.
So
let
now
go of his feet. It's a different osmosis.
Yeah. Now all eyes on Leonard. I mean, he must prove that we can do some moves.
Well, Yentl cares.
I mean, so far it's still. I mean, Anton Albert with his first run, but that was not even the
level last year. Whatever reason, everyone was smashing out all the moves.
Yeah.
Did you have a bit more practice last year or something?
We had a few more practice runs, I think, and we were less people. But of course, what I also think is. We could see now, like I was talking to Yentl and he told me the last time he was doing towing was 1 year ago here.
Okay.
So we're not that much into towing. I mean, it's always when it is, it's a great show and a great event, but it's not that we're forcing and training like Leonard. I mean, Leonard is training it.
Yeah, well, he's coming up in Fleet 2, and I have a feeling Fleet 2 is definitely stacked. It's got the harder,
the big names.
Yeah, the bigger names in Fleet 2.
I don't want to have any one of them against me.
Yentl's pretty. I think we're going to see something big from Yentl Cares right now. But as you said, you know, the freestyle towing has come about as a show when there's no wind. Yeah. We have literally got glassy conditions here, so to have this action, to get the pictures, to get the video is all a bonus. It's just all a bonus for what we would have. Otherwise, we'd all be sitting on the beach. So.
And talking foil bullshits. All right, he's up. Whoa, he's coming for the culo. Oh, let's hope this all gets together well.
So
the wave is here. He got the sick double air. No way. Woo!
Solid.
You know, I was just thinking before. I think he goes safe. You know, he needs the points, and then you see him going switch stance for the culo, which is already just going along like this, standing switch stance. Boom! Not the highest rotation, but I mean for a first warm up Fleet run, it's
solid. What we're going to see scores there. It's going to be higher than 2.44.
For sure. For me it's a landed double air culo. Holy macaroni.
We'll wait and see what the judges give it.
That will be the lead. I mean, that must be the lead.
Well, at the moment he's sitting in 5th place, so he does need a big score.
The first 3 will go through to the final.
It's whether the judges class that as landed, because it is difficult in towing. People who have not watched towing before, obviously there's no wind. Yeah. So the landing is scored differently. It's landed as if you are in control. But if you fall off because there's no wind, that doesn't actually matter. It's more if you land
you got to get the landing. You need to stomp it, but you won't plane away. I mean, you can plane away from few moves, but most of the moods they will stuck you into the water.
Okay, so still waiting for this score to come through. What are you going to give it, Balls?
I would say 8.3. I mean, I would give 8.3. And we're going straight into fleet number 2. I mean, there is Niklas up on his board already.
Yeah,
so they hurry up, they rush through the heats.
If anyone's been watching Facebook recently, he's had a couple of big old moves on there.
I mean, they're not so old, they're quite young, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's the guy to look at for sure. But I think he's not so experienced in towing yet, because you can see his feet are not yet in the
8.25 coming in Jens Kers. You should be a judge.
Fair bit of points, but that's what I would have reckoned. So now Niklas gets into his straps.
We're expecting big things from him as well. Yeah, he's got some moves, this fella, and he's pushing super hard at the moment.
He got the speed, he got the ramp. Whoa, solid, simple burner.
Safe. That felt safe. Felt like he just went, I'm just going to...
That's what none in the first fleet did, you know.
Just putting something down on the board. So, yeah, official Jens Kers coming in from 8.25 from Jens, so takes the lead. We've already started fleet number 2. Nicholas Nibelung, one of the young German kids coming up, and he is pushing super hard. He's got a really good brother as well to train with.
Exactly, and they're spending 3 months every summer in Spain, in Fuerteventura. They're always down in Risco in the lagoon, and they're pushing every day.
So what have we seen from him recently? Double air culo,
and an air cabby where, I mean, I was talking to him and he was telling me, yeah, air cabby into culo is possible, you know, like stuff like this is coming up for sure. And let's see. Let's go quick back to the leaderboard in the first fleet. So we got Jentel up in first, and then Anton Alber, and exciting with Sarah. She's up in the top 3 at the moment. So
top 3 qualifies?
Top 3 is qualifying, but we have the second round tomorrow, so everything is still open. And I bet, I mean, Tati and Steph Bell and Jeremy as well, they're still, I mean, they're
not going to get beaten by Sarah, even though we know how good Sarah is. It's that.
But my Sarah, you know, she got the moves. She can do easy moves for sure. Yes. All right, fleet 2 now. Next up is Aaron Edmond. He's also a racer, coming up with the Bonaire crew from Aruba.
His freestyle's improved as well. I saw him get a lot better at his freestyle since he's been living in Bonaire, because I think he moved from Curacao over to Bonaire. He's been training with the boys. He obviously does a lot of racing. I mean, he's a big fella.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how he gets on. Pretty solid start though from Nicholas Nibelung. Nothing too crazy, but solid. That's what you want. Put something down on the board, a scorer. I'm guessing that was a 4.56 from Nicholas Nibelung. I'm guessing. We can't quite see because the names haven't changed yet, but I'm seeing one score just come through.
Okay, here we go. Aaron, I'll take one of the...
Here we go. Aaron Edmond from Curacao, living in Bonaire. He's doing all the racing events. What's he got for us?
He gets a ramp.
Landed
6
pretty flat on that thing. That looked like a front ankle.
That's how I twisted my front ankle, but I sort of did like a 540 and the board went 720. And my body just stayed behind, and that's how it all just...
If anyone's ever tried to learn to flacker, that is a kind of a move that happens with that. Your back foot comes out, the board spins, and your body stays
fall
back.
backwards. And the most important is to let go of your sail, because I didn't let go of the sail, so I was actually putting tension on, and...
Yeah, I remember that. Definitely learning to flacker. It was one of them ones when the board goes and
when you're going for the flacker, you just need to go for the flacker. You go downwind, you overshoot your sail, and if you don't overshoot your sail, you won't spin into the wind. And then also don't jump into the wind. Don't push with your backhand, otherwise you stop the whole rotation.
You got to throw your hips in.
Forward and throw your hips in, and look with your eyes where your nose is gonna stick into the water. That's my private trick. Like I look with my eyes where the nose sticks in, but I keep the backhand closed, like when you do heli tags.
I mean that's the biggest thing. Anyone out there freestyling, learning to flacker, do not push out with your backhand. It pushes the board straight to the water, and you just won't go anywhere. Everything stops. So it's like a massive thing in the flacker. Okay, Riccardo Marca. He's pretty solid in the toe in. We've seen some moves again from the Italian. He's been
wonder if he
up.
got some Cortex shoes on. No, he's doing. I mean, he's also full into winging now. I saw lately he was winging a lot, and foiling, of course, for sure as well.
I think we're
coming
just
from
seeing
Italy.
a 3-1-9 coming in for Aaron Edmond.
Exactly. Because it was a nice spin. He had good height on it. Couldn't actually stick it, but we will.
What you calling from Riccardo? Safe?
Safe burner 360. Maybe one-handed.
Safe burner 360. Anyone who's been trying to do freestyle will is that a safe move? It is for these boys sometimes, especially in the toe-in. It's some of the go-to move.
Yeah.
The burner's kind of the most common, and then the 360 just happens if you've got some speed.
Wow.
Good bit of height, handed off.
For sure more points than the one of Aaron. So current rider.
Here we go, just having a little replay.
Solid.
Solid, height, nice style.
I mean, we saw the guys going high, like last year was but it's always the same, you know, like the first day is sort of everything needs to get set right. That's why we get a second chance tomorrow as well. I mean, like this it's sort of like they need to get the timing with the boat right, and it's not that easy. And as you could see now, it was missing a bit of timing with the boat. He had a good wave, but it was already like he had to let go of the rope too early, and it was the best would be going full speed, let go just a second before the jump, and then boom, full commitment.
It's a bit like, have you ever done wakeboarding when you get the double up?
Yeah.
If you miss the double up, nothing really happens. But if you get it, you just get sent.
Send it.
And that's what they're trying to get everything lined up for that.
So
what size sails are they on when they do this towing?
Most of them like 4.4. I mean, smaller sails for sure. I like 4.0 because you don't need the sail, and the bigger the sail, the slower the rotation. And all we want to see is like fast spinning motherfucking the double 720s or whatever, you know. So the smaller sail, the faster the spin, but you actually don't have the feeling of the sail. So they're quite strict on the points. That not that many points for that. Actually, quite nice burner. But since we know what's possible, you know, we shouldn't set the bar too high yet.
No, because the boys and girls, I should say, can go massive, and you can get a perfect 10.
Yeah,
it's definitely possible. I think what was the highest score we had last year? It was 8.94. Was it? I think Yentel cares. So
I wonder now with Amado, he's for sure one of the guys who could show us a.
This is what we got now, Amado Freestyle. So he's still searching for his first freestyle world title. Everyone keeps saying this is his year, this is his year.
He's on the new Severn. Simple.
I mean, he's gonna sail away. That's impressive, isn't it?
Try here.
I mean,
no more.
That's good. I mean, that's no win save.
You could see his reaction, like he was landing, he stretched the legs, and he straight went into the second pop.
There we go.
Mean, this is amazing.
I mean,
this must be for sure in the 8, 9s, even in the 9s maybe.
We've got Yentel cares, but we don't have a microphone. He might have to talk into our thing. He can give us some inside knowledge from out there.
What I would actually know is the timing with the bow, because Yentel's first wave was horrible. Wait, Yentel. What do you think about your first wave?
Was not so good, but anyway, I didn't feel so comfortable with towing as I didn't do it for a long time. So I don't want to blame everyone else. It was just my own fault. But yeah, I think the boat was coming a bit too fast, so the wave is really flat. I think the boat has a bit more weight in the back and slower to get a bit bigger wave.
We need a freestyler on the boat.
Yeah, but you know, it's also for the boat really hard to time with the winch, and so it's for everyone the same, and we do a good show, you know. I see it as a show, not as a competition.
Have you seen Steph's crash?
Man, this is scary. I saw it from the other side, but looked like he went like 2 times around the gear without the board.
We thought he could score big.
Yeah, if I would be the judge, 10 points.
Sunday, crash for cash, he would take a lot.
Exactly. All right, thanks for the show. See you tomorrow.
There we go. Yentil Kerr is actually leading the way so far. Marta Vrieswijk score coming in 7.69.
Oh, that's
seems harsh.
I didn't saw his up-pulling. Maybe he needs an up-pull line, you know, to be quicker, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he's the first guy we've actually seen still on.
The first double move, and he actually landed it with dry hair.
Yeah.
So
with the sail up.
Anyway. Now Leonard is up. They want to see height, and I'm pretty sure Leonard wants to go high.
Yeah, there's a lot of people talking this guy up, and they're talking him up for a good reason. He's been putting the work in over the season, and he has been going off in training. So let's have a look at Leonard Neubauer, the German.
Leonard.
Yep, it is Leonard Neubauer from Naxos in Greece, obviously German heritage. There we go.
Whoa! Good.
Yes, there we go. Well, there he goes.
There was the claim.
How old is he?
16 or 15?
16. I mean, he looks pretty calm and cool under pressure.
Yeah. And
I mean, a lot of people bigging him up. You think maybe nervous, but it doesn't show, does it?
You could see how he pulled the bar just before he let go to get this extra speed out of it. I mean, it couldn't be fast enough because they were training with the car on the beach and they're going up to 80 km, and he always wants like, I'm faster.
I've seen that. They had the car on the beach and the ramp.
Yeah, and the ramp, and we also do it with the jet ski. And the crazy thing with this ramp is the fin needs to be really small, because otherwise you would actually hit the ramp. It's tubes, like pipe sanitary tubes, and they just set the tubes next to each other, and it's a crazy ramp, but it feels like a stiff chop. Like it's not that. And you can also kick the ramp with wind, like with normal windsurfing. But we still need to get some proper ramp set.
I think I'm gonna make one.
Yeah, you should.
I think I'm making one. Yeah.
Just for the full send windsurfing. I mean, you got to create content, you know. Oh, he's been behind Amado, but you can see they don't want to score too high in the first round. I mean, fair that Amado got a bit more points, but still, that was a really sick landing.
Yeah, 7.44.
Yeah.
So 7.44 for Leonard Neubauer. Armado Vrieswijk 7.69. I mean, both of them still on, still kind of sailing. Like if there'd been wind, they could have sailed away. No problem.
They were the first two guys actually landing big moves. I mean, landing moves anyway, and it was some proper moves. Now coming up as well, an old but gold freestyler, Steven van Broekhoven.
Old but gold.
He's actually lately getting into the IQ foiling, and it seems to be like, you know, we were always joking when freestyler getting old, they start slalom racing, speed in the end, you know. But he's still super motivated for freestyling. He was foil freestyling yesterday, and he was doing some impressive.
He told me foil freestyle is better for the older man. He's trying to convince me. Anyway, here he is.
Here he comes.
The new Olympic hopeful from Belgium.
Yeah. Well, he got some ramps.
He's got some speed.
Full speed.
Multiple road.
Good. Oh. Could you see the compression on the landing?
That's what I get scared of.
Aye.
You can see the impact just gets soaked up by the ankle or something.
And you know, the water surface is also super glassy, so it's much harder if there's a bit of wriggles and chops. But he got good height, and he was going far, huh?
Yeah.
I think that was the first proper send.
Big one. Big pop.
Because all the other guys, the boat was just set right now.
Yeah, so, it looks like they've got that sorted, doesn't it? It looks like the timing is
better now.
On point.
And it's going to be very exciting now for the second round. I mean, Nicolas is probably up next. And looking at the points, they all can improve.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're seeing bigger scores in this round, though.
Yeah.
And Nibelung needs to step up. So, that was the disadvantage with starting first. He went safe.
Yeah.
But then he's realised that you can't go safe, can you? You've just almost wasted a run.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get through this round, probably, unless you're scoring over 7. I mean, let's see.
That's what we said, you know, the second fleet, it's stacked. There are a few big names in it, and also I wouldn't bet on one guy of them, but they're all like super hot.
Yeah.
And hungry. All of us freestylers, we're hungry to go bigger and higher, and we always want to do. I mean, we all can say we don't like competition or whatever, but when it comes to the point you're in front of such a wave, it's just your brain gets off, you know.
Yeah.
You pull off and you just send it.
I mean, especially this year with no competitions
Yeah.
going on. Here we go. Nicholas Nibelung trying to make a name for himself this year. And this is probably his only opportunity to be out there in the proper public eye. Here we go. Gets a little. Oh, no.
Oh, triple almost. He went without the boat.
Oh, he just said he wanted no boat.
I don't know if he wanted or if he had to, but I think he wanted because it was a solid double. I mean, he's the master of double pop moves when you look at him.
So went early, went for the flat water.
He wanted the triple air funnel, maybe.
I think he wanted the triple.
Yeah, but he was missing. I mean, there you see you're missing the wind. You don't get that extra lift from the sail. It's all out of the legs, all out of your pop.
As soon as you slow down, the apparent wind drops too much to get the pop.
Exactly.
I mean, I keep seeing stuff from all the time from Sam and Steve. I mean,
yeah. I'm still looking at this quadruple air funnel, and I'm still wondering where they cut. You know, where's the cut? They put this extra one in it.
You're like, how?
But you don't see it. He's accelerating during the spin. He's creating speed, and I'm still surprised.
Yeah, you still think there's some
there must be some magic in it,
exactly.
You know?
I mean, it's crazy. I saw
My
it just
photos
popped up the other day, and I was like, how?
Yeah.
How?
And I mean, it's not just one rotation more than anybody else. It's two rotations more.
Yeah. And powerful rotation, not just like skimming around.
I think he's skimming. He's jumping 8 to 12 meters for each move, and he does a distance from, I don't know, maybe almost 40 meters, maybe even more. 550 meters.
Scores coming in from Steven van Bronckhove before 7.50, so moves up into second place ahead of Leonard Neubauer. Vrieswijk still leading. And Nibelung only with a 2.19 for that last double. They want to see height, don't they? They want to see crowd pleasing moves.
But I think it was an air funnel 360, but like a flat one. So
yeah,
I think it's worth to take the ramp and take the risk and go big instead of sticking flat.
Yeah, we're seeing that already with the judges. They want to see some height. I mean, Steve van Bronckhove had the height and gets the score, deservedly so. Like I said, he's going to probably do an Olympic campaign. You know, looking at
I hope so.
Yeah, that's.
He
said he's kind of done everything in everything, hasn't he? He's won world title. Yeah. He's won events. He's done it. He's pretty much done everything. So he said the only thing left is foil freestyle and the Olympics. Do those two go together? Well, again, we'll have to find out. Have we seen him on the wing yet?
No, I haven't seen him wing yet, to be honest. We might need to get him on the wing. But he takes stuff always serious, you know. He's not the guy who's doing it only for the joke. He's
full on. You see him on a bike as well.
His coach was puking the other day. I don't know if you heard the story.
No.
He was biking with his joke, and then with his coach, and then the coach had to puke up at the top.
Brilliant.
Brutal.
Brilliant. Here.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent.
We should get the clip together.
That is excellent.
All right. Aaron is coming up next.
This is Aaron Edmond from Curaçao.
I'm
here
excited.
In Silver Planner for Venora. Engadinwind, brought to you by Dakine. And this is Aaron Edmond on his second run.
Whoa.
Hello. Maybe we should put a ramp on the boat, like a snow plow, and then the boat goes at you, and then you to hit the boat, jump over the boat. Could work. So there was a bit of a miscommunication or something going on.
There was not so much commitment. He should have just gone to the last second and then do a no-hand burner over that wave. You know?
Maybe he wanted more speed from the winch or something.
No, I think he thought the wave is a bit too late.
Okay.
But anyway, what I'm hoping is I don't know. He might get another run. There are two more guys. No, there's Ricky, and then maybe they can do this round one more time.
After, let's say, almost after the first round and part of the second round.
So he can do. I think he can do this round one more time.
Okay, so they confirmed that Aaron will have one more try after.
Right, next up is Riccardo Marco from Italy. And also this fella needs to go big.
Needs to go big. He can go big.
They all need to go big.
He can go big. I remember some big moves last year. I remember some big stuff. But Needs to find it now. Does he live down the road? I mean, he's Italian. We're not far from Italy here, are we?
I mean, he's spending lots of time at Lake Garda. He's originally coming from further down. I mean, in Rimini.
Okay.
So he's quite a fair bit away from here. But yeah, Lake Garda is not that far. It's only 180 km or something like this. But it's a fair bit to drive here in the Alps, you know.
Yeah,
crazy roads.
Yeah, I was going to say, we drove here from the airport with, well, the Formula One driver. She was going for it in the VW van. I was like,
yeah. Let's hope the guy on the winch is a Formula One driver now. That looks perfect. There must be a good timing.
Oh, wants the Scopu, didn't he? He likes a Scopu in the outside world, in the proper world of windsurfing.
I just wanted to say I don't like the Scopu in towing. When there's a bit of wind, a fair breeze of wind, and you do towing, then you can actually push yourself up and you go for it. But without wind, it's such a hard move, and it's for the picture looks good, but when you look at it, it's just an ass bomb, you know.
Good to see a bit of variety, though.
Exactly.
You know? I mean,
otherwise it would be all the burner rotations.
Yeah. If you are just joining us, we're just finishing out the morning session for the European Freestyle Towing Championships here at Venora Engadinwind by Dakine, and we have got racing coming up this afternoon. The live will be happening from 3 to 4. So to give you an idea, it's 11:22 local time. So in 3.5 hours, we will be having live racing, and they're trying to key the racing into start at 3, so we get an hour of racing.
And when you look at the lake now, it's all super classy, and you wouldn't expect wind at a normal place.
No.
But since we all know here the wind it's a slow starter, but it actually on a day like today with this blue sky, south pressure, it will come full in, and we will have
so
great
how does it
racing.
work? Tell me. I'm not confused.
You know, it's the hot valley that like the bottom. On the bottom of this valley there is Italy.
Okay.
There is Lake Como, and the temperature difference between up here in this mountain valley and there on the bottom is about 50 degrees during I mean 15. So it's quite a lot of different. I mean temperature difference. So the wind is a thermal wind blowing up the valley.
It heats up, and then this cold air sucks
exactly
it through.
It gets blown up the mountains and creates this thermal mountain wind. We're having it quite often here in the Swiss valleys. I mean, there are 3 spots not that well known, but we got the same wind like at Lake Gardas.
Okay.
So it's exciting times, top secret, and only like 200 foilers on the water.
Yeah, but I'm going to say the foiling has really taken
off. The foiling is taking
Switzerland
it off
because that wind isn't howling.
Exactly.
Well, it can be, but it's
usually light.
Foil weather.
Yeah. So next up, Amado.
He was on fire in that first round.
He got the good ramp, I bet.
What's he got?
Boom! Whoa, he wanted to change the stance.
Yeah, mid-move.
Mid-move, like sex change, they're calling it in skateboarding. I bet this is coming up in windsurfing too. I mean, personally, I've been trying some burners where I'd switch the feet and land like a culo.
Really?
But I bet he didn't want to do that now. He wanted to stick it safe.
I think he just didn't want his ankle staying in.
No.
So it's still going to be advantage. I mean, still leading Amado Vrieswijk with a 7.69.
But it's beatable. It's for sure beatable for Leonard. I mean, when he comes in hot with his double air burner, he's going to score more.
Yeah. Oh, the race drone is back.
Oh no!
Anyone who saw the event last year,
we had some almost collisions last year with the race drone.
The race drone is the quickest thing you have ever seen in your life. You think you can understand it, but when you see it in real life, it's like a little bee or a wasp or something.
As it's so small, it's so nervous. Your eyes, they're too slow to realize it.
And it makes a noise like an insect. Like have you seen Star Wars or something? It's it's exactly like that. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be getting some action shots from that later in the edits.
So Leonard up next. He knows.
He's going to go big.
I don't know. Probably he knows the score from the first round. Last year we had the chance to get the scores over there, and that gives you this extra kick that you know now all in, 100% full send.
we had the qualifying run.
Leonard Nobile. We're going to be hearing a lot from this fella, aren't we,
Yeah.
over the next years, for sure. I mean,
Also
tipping
foil
world
freestyling.
title,
He learned the burner on the foil in one session.
really?
He brings it together so quick, and I mean he's in that age where you just improve every day.
You're soaking the information up like
Yeah.
a sponge.
Yeah. And we
Here we
will
go.
see now.
16 years old, the future of freestyle. And he's got a competition head on him as well. Old head on young
He's
shoulders.
so fast! What the fuck? That's what I was telling, you know.
That's the best move, isn't it, so far?
By far the best
I mean,
move. And
absolutely.
I wouldn't wonder if he's getting up on the podium with that move, you know. I mean, I hope we get the replay going.
Yeah,
He
here we
was
go.
he was also much faster, and you see how he pulls out like the rope to get this extra speed out of it. I mean,
Impressive.
this is a double air burner.
Yeah, I mean, that
In
is-
normal windsurfing, I mean, a few guys tried it, but
I mean, Van Bronckhorst
no one does
pretty
it
much
solid.
got that.
yeah, but
got
no
the
one does
win
it solid.
inverter with using that move. So that's how big it is. And he just pumped that thing out. I mean, the landing was, it don't get any better, does it?
No.
So let's see what that comes in at. It's got to be right up there. Nines?
I hope
Eight?
so.
High eights?
I would. It's for sure a high 8. I mean, otherwise I would go riot in the in the judge tower.
Well, what do we have? I'm just trying
Last year, I mean, Yentl did a air burner, air funnel-ish, but this was a completely double air burner. I mean,
Okay.
the rotation, he does it like this. And when you see him how he does it over the ramp, it's brutal.
Yeah. Impressive stuff.
Sick. I'm excited for tomorrow. I mean, the guys, it's always good to sleep one night over and think what you actually want to show.
Well, actually, I remember Leonard sailing here last year, and he hadn't
Yeah.
done much towing, had he?
No, it was like, I think it was his first tow in
yeah, and I
last year
remember
here.
him getting better and better
Yeah,
every run.
run.
And then this year, he's obviously gone next level.
Now Steven coming up. He was the guy who actually did the move last year before he hit the wave. So he did the move and then hit the wave.
Ah, yes.
I wonder if he's gonna try it again, but I think he's going for the. Yeah, there's the move. Yeah.
Just a little
Sick.
bit.
Sick. Oh, what sort of fin he's using?
There we
What
go,
was that?
9 points. Oh, no,
Good, 9 points for Leonard. 8
8-1, but then it says 9. I'm confused, but
8 would be fair. But that move of Steven was sick. I bet we will see it more often. Don't know how they're gonna call it.
what do you think? Just a little bit needs to be a bit earlier?
Yeah, but imagine you got the timing wrong and you do the first move like straight into the second wave. I bet the compression will kill yourself. But that's the risk you need to take, you know.
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to win here, you've got to
Yeah.
pull out something different. And you're going to hope the judges are going to recognize that. Obviously, you've got to nail it. You know,
I mean,
but
he had 750 before, so this, to me, this would be more. But
okay.
I wonder if there's one more rider.
One
Aaron.
more rider. Yeah, we got. Is he?
Yeah, he got his last run.
They're going to give him another go.
Yeah.
So one more rider. There wasn't meant to be, but he's got an extra run because of a missed timing. So Steve Van Bronckhorst 7 points. So less than the first one, but still up in the sevens.
Because there was too much delay in between.
Yeah. Okay, so last run. And then we're going to be disappearing until the racing kicks off this afternoon.
So foil styling.
Yeah, foil styling is also going on at the same time. So that's going to be a thing. This is Foil Mania over here at the Engadinwind.
That looks better. The wave is here.
Here we go. Aaron Edmond needs something
Full
big.
speed. Good. Oh,
Ooh,
no.
that sounded
man.
heavy. Whoosh.
Send out. All right, that's it.
Okay,
first
so
day.
there we go. Yeah, first day of the EFPT Towing Freestyle at the Engadinwind 2020, and we've had a solid start from the young German, haven't we? Leonard Neubauer, who's absolutely been killing it. I mean, in both runs, 7.31, 8.81. He is topping out the scores today by a good way, actually, I would say. We've had some good moves also. Amado Vrieswijk, Steven van Broekhoven in the first round. Jentel Cares ended up with that.
Sarah.
And Sarah.
I mean, she's
Sarah is
up in the
position.
game.
So all that is in. We are done here at the live for the freestyle towing. Join us later at 3 o'clock local time, which is in 3.5 hours. See you then.